Most attractive friends are single. Yep. Here's why. I know you know. I know you're thinking of that one friend, like that one Becky that you're like, she's hot as, but she literally has never had a boyfriend. Yeah, here's why. The boys, the men, the Jimmy, the John, the James are all afraid of getting their ego hurt, okay? Men go for who they can, and women go for who they want. And when you go for someone that you want, not knowing if they want you back, sometimes you get rejected. But because men are so scared of getting their ego hurt, they won't go for someone that they think will say no to them or will reject them. Because God forbid, Jimmy John Jr. has to get rejected. How is he gonna explain that to his friends? He thinks he's Mucho Man. Girls don't just go for what they can. They have standards, and they don't just go for, you know, the bottom of the barrel, but men settle, and that's the truth.
Yes, men go for women that want them. It's this word salad and manipulation women are going to try to throw out there of like, she's a low quality woman, or she's a pick-me, or the ones that cooperate with men don't know their worth, and blah, blah, blah. So you think by being uncooperative is going to get a man to cooperate with you? That would only be a weak man, but you want a strong man. You want a leader. Let's get into what she says. Let's analyze this. The bottom of the barrel men. What is she talking about? I tell men, you should be in shape. You should be well groomed. Shit, you should get your hair cut 2-3 times a month. You know how much that's going to run you? You should have your clothes match. You should have a sense of style. You should like shoes. You should smell good. You should be charming and charismatic. You should be a strong guy. Well, what's the other stuff? Oh, she wants you to be taller than the average man. She wants you to be richer than the average. She wants you to make more money than the average man. She wants all of this stuff. Nothing about character. Nothing. Women go for the men that they want. And yeah, where does that strategy lead them? Men go for the women that they want, and those women want them. They're willing to pour into them, invest into them. They can get on with them. They can build with them. The men that you want them to be already built, and that's fine. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing and that women shouldn't want that. But this strategy leaves women out here naked pretty much, because it's like the man that you want can be taken. He can have a roster. He doesn't want to date seriously. He wants to date casually. And you're all searching for this guy. There's actually a bunch of stand-up guys out here. Let's get the next clip.
So I saw this in a group, and I want to definitely talk about this. The text exchange just starts off very simple. Hey, this is Vance. Hey, hope you had a good day. I'm excited for tomorrow. I can pick you up. But if you're not comfortable, we can just meet there. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like getting some ice cream in this hot weather. LOL. Now, girl, the delivery was just not there for me. However, you are entitled to your opinion. Let's read her response. Sorry if this may come off as rude, but I don't do ice cream dates. I'm a 26-year-old woman, and date like that seems like absolute bare minimum for me. Meeting up would be a waste of both of our time since we probably don't have the same vibe. I like her honesty, but it's the delivery for me. But I guess even for me, sometimes I can come off as an a-hole. So let me know how you feel about this.
This woman rejected an ice cream date and said, I don't think it'll be worth my time. And I told you guys a while back in a video, a woman hit me with that same thing. And she had followers on TikTok. She thought she was some influencer or whatever. That's cool. She didn't know who I am. And that's fine. I'm never trying to flex that. Or I have a YouTube channel or whatever. I'm sponsored by this person. I don't do that. It's whack. This woman told me, well, if it's worth my time, I'll go on a date with you. I stopped talking to her. I just stopped talking to her. These women, they don't want to earn anything. They want lavish restaurants. They want spas. They want sip and paint. They want all of this stuff. And they think that you're supposed to be happy that they're giving you an opportunity to spend money on them. But then turn around and say, when men say they don't chase women, that's gay. I'm chasing a bill? Pretty much. Doesn't make any sense. But the whole time, they've given it away for free to a guy that they really want, or a guy that wanted to ask them to coffee. Here's another thing. For a guy that they want, they'll do coffee. They'll do ice cream. All the things that they say that they want, or they got the hots for a guy and he offers them a coffee date. I don't have to do the celebrity analogy, but hey, if they offered a coffee, they would take it. It's still a person. It proves the point. Actually, let a woman tell you.
I'm smiling so hard because I really love pissing y'all off. Like, it really makes my nipples hard knowing I get so much joy out of making y'all so upset. But I say that to say this. Remember when I got up here saying that these only ask for money from they don't like because they really giving they shit out for free? And you came in my comments and said, oh, you're pandering and oh, you're a pick-me. I have some video footage I want to show y'all real quick. Hold on.
This one's for you, Brayden. Brayden, if I get a strike, you get the hit. You get the hit. Are you ready?
I don't want to hit. I don't want to. Gutter, please gutter. Please gutter.
Exhibit 1. This didn't have to do nothing. You came up to this and said, if I hit a strike, you get the hit. Not only did this not want to hit, congratulations to that man. He's really, really smart too. But you got tight and walked away. This is what these do. They give they shit away for free and make you simp stupid pay for this. That was free. I told y'all all that money is a facade. You'll give that away for free for free 99. This was willing to give her away for a strike? Said 3 strikes you're out. Said I don't want to hit. Exactly. This is how really do where I'm from. This is how they do. I love who humble because like to get up here every day popping like they really like that. I told y'all this is what do. They play. And you get on my nerves trying to make these stupid lows feel higher than what they are. Didn't I tell y'all that this is what they do? Can I get an apology? Thank you. I know. And what's even funnier is this is on camera. So could you even imagine what's going on behind the scenes? Y'all forgot? I done fought a lot of before. I know how to really act for real. Bitches will go to a nigga's house. They ain't got to pay for her nails. She'll go to that house with 3 nails missing and still slurp that up. And that won't even pay for her cab home. I've seen it happen. I actually waited in the living room a couple times for a couple I'm not friends with no more. So this is how I know these things. Come on. Y'all think I'm going to sit here and lie to y'all? Y'all letting these play y'all for real, stupid.
It's true. And when men accept this is what these videos are supposed to do. It's not supposed to breed hatred for women or anything like that. No. It's exposing the truth to you so you can have a better experience and you can get over being so emotional when it comes to women. It's true. When you accept all of this, you actually have a better dating life. You develop a better dating strategy. See, dating gets easier for you when you let go of the nonsense, all of the emotional stuff. Oh, I really like her and I'm excited to see her. For what? You don't even know this chick. You understand? When you accept this, you get a better dating life and it becomes harder for women to date because there's less suckers. There's less men that are excited to meet up with her. So like I tell you guys, oh, she's a baddie, bro. Well, aren't you a muscular guy who has a beard, well-groomed, who is a well-dressed man, who smells good and who's charming and charismatic? So what the hell does she mean to you? All that she could do is be your equal. Oh shit, that does make sense. It only doesn't make sense if you're not all those things. Your dating life becomes easier and it becomes harder for women out here when you wake up. That's why they need you sleep instead of woke to the bullshit. Let's get into the next one.
Having a whole phase is not the get back you think it is for having your feelings hurt. Having a whole phase will not make it easier to find the one and settle down with because you've had your fun in your younger years. Having a whole phase does not empower you in any way, shape, or form because you cannot sleep your way through your abandonment issues and you simply just cannot hold your way into a happy home. It doesn't work like that. And you can't complain about men being dogs and men will always cheat, this, that, and the third, when you're the one promoting having a whole phase. The men wouldn't have a woman to sleep with if y'all didn't keep making yourselves accessible. And some of the same women who will say that stuff will also turn around and say, oh, God, don't play about me. Well, how about you stop playing with him? Legs closed, Bibles open. Let's try that method.
The whole phase. I want to talk about this. This is the biggest reason why women are uncooperative, why they won't cooperate with men. They can't sleep their way or bully their way into a situation with a good dude. See, a loser will fall for that, and then he'll have to pay the price. But a smart man, a stand-up man, a mensch, a good man, right? He's not going to fall for that, and you can't bully your way into it. So it leaves them out here to only deal with weak men. And when they deal with weak men, they have to become more masculine. So it builds this hard shell. They can't trust him with anything. He's weak. But that's the only people that they have to pick from when it comes to getting into a relationship. Strong man ain't going for that. They'll sleep with you, but it ain't going to turn into anything. So they're used to going through the phase. Then they try to take themselves out of it and repackage themselves. It don't work that way. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at the repackaging.
If a guy you're interested in, or like, I don't know, you guys are talking on a dating app or something, please don't do that. But if you are talking on a dating app, or you're just talking to somebody and they invite you over to their house, God forbid if it's the first date, but even like the second, third, or fourth, or fifth, I would say like the first 5 dates need to be them putting in work. If they're inviting you over to their house to watch a movie, or to like cook dinner at their house or your house, they're broke and not worth your time. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Just don't waste your time.
See how she said the third, the fourth date? If he's inviting you over to cook, he's probably broke. It all goes back to money. It all goes back to money. Let me ask you, right? What's a smarter strategy in your head as a guy? Spend money that you don't have, or even if you do have it, you spend money on a chick instead of literally handing it to her like, yo, come over, let's do this, I got this for you. Wouldn't that be a smarter strategy? Everything was understood rather than, oh, let me take you here, and let me take you here, and let me do this, and let me do this, and let me buy your Rolex, and let me do this, and let me take you to Turks and Caicos, and let me do this. No, just give it to her and get it over with. But see, if you go about it that way, you're disrespectful. I don't do that. I don't sell box. Da-da-da-da-da. Which one is it?